Welcome to the walkthrough of this fantastic Lagoon 42. The start of this video is shot at Los Roques Archipelago. At this location, one really appreciates the equipment on this boat. Double water makers, solars, lithium, 3 freezers, 2 fridges, induction cooking and dive compressor. When closing in on the boat, you can see the 4,300 watts of solar combined with 1800 amps of lithium in a professional installation. The boat has a rock-solid Rocknell 33 kilo anchor with 80 meters of chain and the Mantus bridle from 2023 in addition. With the windlass is also new from 2022. When anchoring with this setup, you can sleep or leave the boat with confidence. So here's an overview of the cockpit area. You see the extra winches if you want to run a Janaker or a spinnaker. The boat has a code 0 and the spinnaker as well. And here the lounge and the custom made table. And also this lovely couch where you can fit a lot of people at the stern. This one has its cushions and it's solid wood under it, and you will just raise it like this to reach the fuels. And it's a solid construction, as you can see. And here's the outboard. It looks older than it is. It's a 2022, but we took all the markings and stuff because we didn't want it to be stolen. And if you look at here, that's actually a battery camera, which is really good because it has motion detection, not only motion detection, actually person detection, which means that you don't get any almost no false alarms. And it's the same goes for that one, which also has it lights up a light when it detects a person. So it's not a movement per se, because a boat at anchor, for instance, moves a lot, but that one has people detection. And that's a normal infrared detector up there. And over here we have another camera with also people detection, and we have another camera over there. These lines here is actually for a drying rack that you just, when you want it, you just pull it out from here and you can hang all your clothing. And here is one more camera, and these 2 lights here, they are the alarm lights that you can either trigger manually or automatically. And apparently I forgot to turn off the VHF when I turned off the instruments. That's what's making this sound. And there's also a camera at the front of the mast. So let's have a quick look down in the starboard engine room. It is equipped with automatic fire extinguishers in both machine rooms. It needs a bit of a cleaning, but otherwise you can see the dive compressor is behind there. The gas tank there is actually used for the condensation water for the dive compressor. And there you can see the 2 controllers for the wind gens, and there you can see the automatic fire extinguishers, and also you have automatic fire alarms that's synchronized within the whole boat. And for the starboard one, it's the same setup as there is on the port engine, which is basically a second level. It was removed on the other one, but here you have a second level that you can remove very quickly, just lifting out the wood, and then you have access to the engine. And also in the port engine room is the 60 liter water maker, and it also has automatic fire extinguishers. This is how the teak deck looks after some TLC and oil. And at the helm station you have the chain counter and the windlass control. There is also a fully remote operable windlass control, and you have the engine instruments, of course. That's the port engine. It has 1908 hours on it. It always starts without any hesitation. And starboard 1909.5 hours. And here you also see the side scan sonar that's installed on the boat. That's extra equipment. And you can see the wind and the headings, and the autopilot controls is over here. And then you have a separate iPad that you can also run another sea chart program on if you want to. So let's kill the engines and go to the front of the boat to give you a bit of an overview. Or actually we could start by going upstairs and have a look up here. The sun lounge. Someone has walked on it with a bit dirty feet. That might be me. And here you have the extra solars. So on the back is 400 watts and one 400, and this is a 300. And over here you have a 400 and the 300, and there you have one of the Starlinks, and there is another fastening for the other Starlink there. And you see the silent wind gens, one there and one over here. And on this side you also have solars up on the helm station roof, which is 270s and 210 watts units there. And here, from up here, you can also see the cushions down below, and the windlass is 1.5 years old, quick windlass. And there you can see the Rockna and the furler, and you can see that the for the code 0, that one is actually just folded up to make it easier with the handling of the mooring buoys. Extra security camera there as well. And if we look inside on the instrumentation, this is a very nice feature, that you have the ability to mirror the full MBG plotter up there, because then you can run the radar and stuff on night watches. When it's rough weather, you can sit inside and have full control. And VHF and a new fusion stereo that less than an old. And this is the power output from the wind gens that are connected together with the Victron Servo and the lithium battery management system. So here's the saloon. You have a mixer, Magic mixer. It's, I think, 1 year old. Micro, it's there from the factory. And here we have installed double domino gas, and the one that we normally use is the domino induction. We haven't actually used the gas hobs, but we think it's a great backup, especially for longer ocean crossings, to be able to, if it would happen anything with the electricity. So far we've never had anything else. And the Google is connected to the boat, so you can say, hey Google, turn on stern lights. And now you can see that it actually has turned on the two stern lights that we have in the back. Those are great when you're doing any backing up against a dock or something like that, but also when swimming and attracting fish as well. And in here you can also see that we have an extra faucet. Well, it's not extra, it's per se, it's the one that's from the factory is used as a saltwater faucet. We have connected it to a separate reverse osmosis for just the drinking water from the tank, which means that you always have great water here, no matter what you might have in the tank. And under here we have installed a separate water heater, which means that you will always get instant hot water when you're doing the dishes, which is a great feature. And here you see a Sage oven with air fry functionality, which is great for if you want to do baking or getting the best fries in the bay. And this for the handling the what do you call, I don't know the English word for it, but handling your dishes. And this one runs on the inverter. You see it's turned off right now, and it's smart controlled as well. And if we go further down, we can see here you have the standard Lagoon control panel. And here is the Multiplus for the Victron controls. And here is for the genset. And there you have the 60-liter water maker and then 30-liter water maker. And here is for the central heating in all cabins and bathroom, and for the wet locker. It's a diesel heater that has the outlet here. And over there is the outlet for the heat and also the AC outlet. And fire extinguisher over there. Let's go down in the main hull. Very nice desk. And this is going to be rerouted. It's just a temporary. And here you have a vacuum cleaner. And we have another meal vacuum cleaner actually under here as well. And the main master bed. And the master bathroom. We have a separate added extra floor in here. Just for it's much nicer to walk on. And here in the shower, in the master shower, we also have a separate water heater installed, which means that you will get instant hot water in the shower in here as well. And inside the electrical cabinet, you can see some of the upgrades. I mean, you have the servo control panel here. You can also see it. We're already full today, even though we use quite a lot of power. But here you can see the distribution terminals, the links from Victron. And here you have the two multipluses working in parallel. And those cables are for the bus bar. We're running 4 95 square millimeter cables from the lithium battery system to reduce the losses. And here's the big power switch that you can select if you want to run it on the inverters, or if you would have any problems you can run it directly from the dock or the genset. But normally it's auto controlled and auto step over. And here are the smart controls for the water heaters and the ACs and the washing machines, which is Shelly's. And here you have the fuse panels. So it's very, very well equipped and well done by an electric engineer as well. And in here you have the washing machine. It's, let's see, it's a bit over 1 year old as well, completely new. Samsung, no, sorry, this is an LG, which is also connected to Wi-Fi, so you can control it remotely if you want to do it as well. Oh yeah, forgot to say that. In the cabin, AC as well, one separate for this compartment. And if we go down in the port hull, and here you see the ice machine and sandwich maker, and here you have the world map and a coffee machine over there. So this is the port aft bedroom, which is also, we have added another separate desks because we were traveling with the kids on board, which is a great addition. If you don't want to have it in, it's super easy to remove as well, but we have had a lot of good use from that. And of course the bathroom. And electric heads in all the bathrooms. Oh, I got stuck there. Moving on to and here you see the AC for the saloon and the front port cabin is installed behind this. So this is the air inlet for it, and here is the control. It also have a remote control. And in the port stern cabin, the AC control is down there. So this one has a separate as one. This one has a big unit that handles both the saloon and this one, with the outlet down there, and it also has a heating outlet as well for the central heating. And this one has a separate custom-made desk as well. So if we move up to the outside, and here's the gangway, which is not installed right now, but just put it in the there. And in the starboard crew cabin, this one has been converted, so we actually have 2 extra freezers in here and a separate smart control, thermostat controlled, with an extra fan for the ventilation of the area. And we have added extra cushions, as I showed before, on top of the hatches for the playpen, as we call it, and for the anchor chain. And in this one is a really nice crew cabin. As you can see down here, we have some bags in there, but it's nice with a separate bookshelf as well and a fan. And we also installed an extra window in it, and the same on the other side as well. That one needs some silicone grease, I can hear. And it's a Rockna 33 kilos anchor. There is also a new bridle since last year, a Mantus bridle, which is a bit longer than the original one, which is great. And that's the halyard for the Code Zero over there, and the furler for the self-tacker. And it also has a full enclosure. It's in here right now for the helms station. Plus, we have a full enclosure for the whole cockpit area as well, which we have taken off for cleaning right now. And here is also a 3D view of the bottom. You can see how deep it is on the sides, basically. It's 4.3 meters and a very nice water temperature of 28.9 degrees. I've been super happy. You can see that it's a bit dirty. It's been dusty and I haven't had time to clean it. But this boat is an absolute joy to drive and control with the double Yanmar 57 horsepower engines with the ST60 and the foiling props. It's amazing what grip those props have. Varifold, I think they're called, the props. So sailing this boat, I would not get another boat than this, actually, because the Lagoon 42 would be my first choice of all, because you can control everything up here and you have full view of what going both corners as well when you're backing up to somewhere. Plenty of energy storage. The wind just started, they just stopped the batteries were full, but I turned on some consumers to get them to run again. So you're in full control of the boat from up here. Perfect position to be. And also the access to the cockpit is second to none. This is perfect because you always know where they are on board when you're sailing with a family or kids. This is an amazing thing to have the kids come up here safely, no matter if you're in the middle of the rough sea or something like that. And you can also have them sit up here during the night. You can just attach them to the railing or the security lines. So this is a rather amazing saloon entrance to the cockpit. I just oiled the table, that's why it's a bit, how should I say, fatter in some areas. But this is the place where you can really have a lot of guests from your neighboring boats or family and friends, or watching a movie, for instance, on the projector. This is a fantastic place where you can stay safely, and if it's rough weather, you just pull down all the enclosure and you can still sit in here comfortably eating and also there is extra. So this is, in here is the where you turn on and off the, let's catch that before it goes into the sea. Here's the on and off of the dive compressor, and in here, I'll put that back later. In here is basically also a separate 230 volt outlet, and you have 230 volts outlets over there as well when you want to sit out here in the cockpit with the computer, for instance. And here's the gas storage. It's quite cool to have the boat sort of smart with gigabit Ethernet and Wi-Fi, both for all the security cameras that I will show, but also with the integration with Google. It's a rather comfortable life. Hey Google, can you play some Tina Turner?
Okej, spelar upp Tina Turner på Spotify.
It's set for Swedish, that's why it might be hard to understand, but Google is duolingual, so it can handle orders both in Swedish and English, which is quite nice. So, and it's playing with the Fusion stereo, which means that you can select if you want to have how much sound you want to have in the saloon area with the speakers, or how you want it to play on the outside speakers. They also need a bit of a cleaning. It's been quite dusty and rainy. And these LEDs in the roof are also remote controlled, which is quite nice. And here's the windlass remote. So if we look at the other items on the system, you can see that here are the Shelly devices, which you can control on your phone or through the voice. You can turn on and off the hobs and the fans. You can see the temperature and the voltage and the washing machine. And you also have the water heaters here, which means that if I turn these on, you can see how much they're consuming, but you can also see how much they're consuming per 24 hours, for instance, because it's not as high consumption. Well, my fingers are a bit dry, but there you can use this app, and which is quite cool because you can also control it remotely. When you're sitting at home, you can control the water heater galley was already warm, but you can see now it's pulling 1.5 kilowatts on the master bedroom one. And right now 1.4 for the galley. And it's sort of no problem handling all of that consumption for the double multipluses. And here you can see the web interface for the Victron stuff, which means that you can see the batteries are full 100%, and so that's why it's throttling down the PV charges to only give like 900 watts right now. And you can see the AC loads and the DC power. And this is the new interface for the Victron, which of course you can reach as well. And the cool thing with the VRM and Victron integration is that you can also reach it remote. So when I'm in Sweden, for instance, or in Malta, I can control all the units and see that everything is behaving the way it should. And here's the Rec BMS, which is basically where you can see the battery information as well. That's the one that's controlling the lithiums. And if you look at the voltages, you see the differences of these voltages. That's amazing, and they've been running now for almost 2 years, and this is the level they have. That's hard to compete with. And here you can also see that we have integrated with the freshwater tank. We've seen we need to fill it 8% only, and the fuel tanks. And here you see all the different fuel port, fuel starboard, and you can also see the different MPPTs for all the different solar panels, and the multipluses, and the Rec BMS, and the smart solar chargers, and the wind gens. They're also throttling down right now because the battery is full. But we have quite a few MPPTs on board. And here you can see in the anchor locker we have installed a separate reverse osmosis that goes from the tank. It doesn't waste any water because in the tank it's clean water, which means that it's basically taking what's in it and running it through 5 stages of filtration, including one of them is reverse osmosis. So you always got the best drinking water, and the waste that you normally put out of the sea in the seawater reverse osmosis is actually going back to tank. It's clean water because it's coming from reverse osmosis already, but you want to have the best drinking water that you can get. And here you see the anchor chain, 80 meters of anchor chain, and some storage and a high pressure washer in there, and some extra diesel fuel. And here you can also see the target separation. Even though we're currently in a marina, you can see that the target separation is really good, that you can judge the distance between different objects. Like this one is 38 meters ahead. That's a great addition when you're anchoring, for instance. And I would say that the sail steer and with the extra precision 9 compass and the gyro in it, that's actually a fantastic addition, because you can going downwind on autopilot, for instance, it will hold the boat within roughly 1 or 2 degrees. So if you want to go 173 degrees, you just set it and the boat will steer and control itself.